Hi, everyone. The first step to any car crash lawsuit or car crash claim, personal injury claim, when you as a client first hire an attorney, what you're doing is you may have found the attorney on a website, you may have found them on a billboard, you contact the attorney, you had a conversation with someone, maybe the attorney, maybe part of their intake team. And now you've decided to retain that law firm. The law firm sends you a questionnaire, which you fill out, and has some basic information such as your name, your address, how much time from work you missed, where you're feeling pain, how the accident happened. But once you have hired that attorney begins to work on your case, and that attorney begins to do an investigation. And the investigation really involves a few steps. Number one, the attorney or his team is going to go out to the scene of the accident and they're going to take photos. Now, if you were involved in a car crash, you probably have some photos. You might have photos from your cell phone. You might have video. A lot of people have dash cam video. This is all very helpful. Please give it to us as your attorney because some of this stuff can really make the difference between winning or losing a case, especially on the issue of liability, which answers the question, who was at fault? Was it the person suing or was it the person who's the defendant? So it's very important to have as much information as possible. The other thing you want to do is if you have any kind of visible injury, sometimes people get scarring or lacerations, take a photo of that injury, especially injuries that will go away, such as black and blue spots and other transitory injuries. Take a picture of that. And the other very, very important thing is witnesses. What we want to do is we want to speak to anybody who was an eyewitness to the accident because that person may have just been another driver, a pedestrian on the street, and we want to be able to speak with them as soon as possible to get their statement, to get it signed and notarized, and then later, if the case goes to trial, we'll have their statement, we can take their deposition, we can also call them and subpoena them to come to trial if necessary. But we want to preserve that because people forget, and then they if you contact them a long time later, they might not want to cooperate. So that's very important as well. And then the other thing we do with investigations is we go and we take Google Maps, there's Street View, there's aerial view, satellite imagery. That's very important because it shows you how many lanes, was there room for parking, and all the details about how the car crash happened. And of course, part of the investigation and part of the initial case process is getting the police report, which is a report written by the police officer. We can get that from the precinct or oftentimes you can also get it online. And the police report will have a legend, and a lot of the numbers and boxes on the sides of the report will correspond to something on the legend. So we'll have a copy of the legend and we'll drop it into this portal as well. So you could take a look at the legend and it'll have numbers that explain certain things, including the weather, the road conditions, who was at fault, what were the contributing factors to the crash, things like that. And the final thing we do is sometimes we need to run what's known as a Department of Motor Vehicle search. If an insurance information is not available, that'll tell us the insurance company for one of the cars involved. And we may also use that to get a driver abstract, a history of a driver, and some other valuable information. So I hope this has been helpful. Let us know if you have any questions, but that's the basic idea of what we need to do when we start investigating a case from the very beginning. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.